my love, welcome to the fourth day in our 30 days content creation challenge. Today we're going to be editing video with Inshot. I edit most of my videos using the Inshot app for certain reasons. Yeah, one of the reasons is that when you want to actually kind of download it back to your phone after editing, it is easier compared to Canva. Canva can actually consume a lot of time when it comes to downloading back your edited video back to your phone. Okay, so most time I prefer using the Inshot, and the Inshot app as well is something that you can use even if you are offline, like you have to off your data. So most times every beginner tends to start with Inshot app because at this point you have little. I don't know if you have much, you can actually use Canva because Canva has a lot of features that can actually level up your videos. Okay, but for those of us who are just starting, we don't have much, I would advise you start with Inshot because Inshot is one that you have to use without data. Okay, you can actually work while offline. That is one benefit I love about Inshot. So most time I use Inshot for editing my videos and Canva for thumbnail and every other creation. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go into the tutorial. All right, so welcome to Inshot tutorial. Now I click on the Inshot app. So this is how the Inshot app looks. You have space for video, photo collage, and down here you have the celebrate, Christmas joy, and other new features. Okay, so we are editing videos actually, so we click on the video part and it opens. And one thing I love about this app is that it's an offline app. You can use this app while you are offline. That is, you can use this app without owning your data and it will be working perfectly well. Okay, so for this tutorial, we have to click on new video. Okay, so I recommend you starting for the first time to use the Inshot app. Okay, it will cut you cost. All right, so I'm going to go straight to get a video. So let me choose this particular video. So I'm choosing this particular video. So when you tap on it, you can actually reduce some stuffs with this scissors sign you are seeing here, or you just tap on the mark button and you are here. So this is what I normally do. First of all, I'll go straight to removing the Inshot logo, okay, so that I don't forget it at the end of the day. So I'm done with that. Now I go into my editing. Now I'm going to explain every of these one by one, all you have here. Okay, now I want you to know that Inshot can be used for both video editing as well as thumbnail editing. Okay, so we have the canvas. This canvas is where ratios are. Okay, all the ratios for the social medias we have are here. We have the Facebook, the TikTok, the Instagram, the YouTube. They are all here. Okay, so it depends on the one you are filming for. So it is YouTube, it is 16.9, and this is the exact ratio I have. Okay, that's what canvas is. That you have audio. This audio works for if you want to add music, a background music, you can do this through this place. You can equally add some effect if you want to. Now you can use this audio as well to record a kind of voiceover. Okay, so this, once you click on the record, it's going to take you to where you will click for recording your voiceover. All right, so that's the audio. Now you have sticker. When you go to sticker, you will see a lot of stickers there. You have stickers, like a lot of stickers. Okay, if you need stickers, you can get some of them here. Now at this point, you need to on your data if you have not on it for a long time, so that all this can actually load. Okay, now apart from the sticker, the next thing we will have here is text. You can play around with text, add text. You can add text to your video anywhere you want to add text. You can change their font. Okay, these are the fonts we have here. You can as well change the color. Okay, now look at what the functions of all the colors here does. Now when you want to add border,
Border actually defines. Can you see what border does? This is the action of the border. And shadow, this is what shadow does. Keep looking at the word, you will see how it changes. That's what shadow does. Now glow is there to give it, can you see, extremely, make it extremely clear. Okay, and now label, the label is this, can you see? This is what all this they perform all these functions. Okay, so this is where you play around with your text. Okay, we have the opacity. You can increase it, you can reduce it depending on how you want it. Okay, so that's that. Then you can actually click here to actually bold your text or not bold it, italics, to underline it, to either make it capital letter or small letter. You can as well change your text pattern to curved one. Okay, if you want your text curved, anyhow you want it, can you see that? Okay, so this is text bend. Now we still have where you can actually align your text. If you want your text to be all middle, you want it to be left, or you want it to be right. It depends on which one you want. So here, if you want to space you kind of space your letters here. For those one, you increase it, you kind of make it pop more. This place as well, make it more bold. So these are the functions that you can actually see here or use these places for. Moving on, okay, so we go to effect. When you talk about effect, we have the AI effect, we have just effect where you can zoom in, zoom out, like transition. Okay, so let me remove this text at the front so that you can see how the effect actually works. Okay, so this is the video. Now let me add an effect. An effect is a kind of transition. Okay, can you see what this very filter is doing? Okay, but let's just go to the transition, the effect itself. Okay, so I have this effect, I can choose this one. Watch what happens. This is what it does. Okay, can you see these are all transitions that we can actually use. Okay, we have lots of them here, so if you want to use any of these effects, it is up to you. Though some are paid for, some are actually free. Okay, so you can always play around with them. Now you want to blur a video, so you can choose any of the blurry effects you love here. So all these ones are the blur effect you can see here, but this is not the right place. You can actually blur your video, or the right process to blur your video. We will talk about that later. Now as well, you can adjust anything, the brightness, the contrast, the warmth, the tint, the saturation. Like if you want to do any kind of touching around your video, you do it right here. Okay, now we go to pipe on. Now what pipe on does is you can add extra, like sometimes you see people on your screen and they are, let me show you. This is what pipe on means. That is, you have to add extra. Maybe you want something up here, you can add a video, you can add text, you can add picture, anything you want, you can pipe it on. Okay, so this is what pipe on is. All right, I don't know if you are getting what I'm doing here, right? Okay, so you can pipe on anything, you know. Now we still have the pre-cut. This one is like before you actually upload the video for editing, you can actually cut out some place, like trimming, remove some excess parts that are not in order before kind of starting the editing proper. Depends on which one you enjoy doing. Okay, now the main one, the split. Split is one important tool here. It helps you to split, like divide a video. you remove the one that is not too good, the one that have errors, you delete it. Okay, so look at what it does. When I click on it, it separates the video. Okay, now you click on the one that you actually want to delete. Now I click on this, okay, and I go to delete and delete it. You do that to remove every nonsense on your video, anything that is not correct, the mistakes you made in your video, all the errors you want to remove in your video. Split and delete are the most important tool right here for video editing, because they are the ones you use to cut, like you separate and delete. Okay, you separate what you don't want out and tap the delete and it is gone. Okay, so split and delete are very important when it comes to video editing. Now, after you do your filming and all, and you notice the volume is down, you can come here and actually increase the volume, okay, to be very high and sounding very high as well. All right, now we move to background. Now this background, you can actually change your background. Okay, you can actually, this is where you can actually blur as well. Now let me try blurring. This is a kind of blur. Okay, you can see the way it is, it's blurred halfly. Okay, in a proper video I'm going to tell you guys how you can actually blur your background, your video background and all. Okay, today we're just trying to get the basic for editing our videos, right? So I don't want the blur effect, so I'm going to click on this arrow. When I want to go back, like I did a particular task and I don't want it, I tap this arrow, it's going to go back. Can you see? It goes back to the way it is before that very process. Okay, now you have speed. Sometimes you will see a particular video and it will be so fast. You see someone talking very fast and you like it. This is where it is done. You can actually adjust how you speak, okay? And you will speak faster. All right, see some people sounding like they are AIs right here on YouTube. Some of them use the speed. Okay, all right, now another one is the animation. Now animation is zoom in, zoom out. Now let me click on one. I have the fade. The fade comes this way. I have this one as well, the zoom in, the zoom out. We have lots of animation. Can you see what animation does? Okay, so these are animations. Are you seeing how it is going? All these are animations. Okay, you can choose the in, the out, the combo. Let's try the combo. We have stay away zoom. Did you see that? You still have swing. Okay, you see the way it is. Okay, now looking at that video, you will notice that it's now playing more fast than it was initially. Okay, it was because of the speed I increased. I did not remove it actually. Okay, now we have crop. If there is any way you want to crop out during this process, can you see? You can actually do it. Okay, that's just crop, to crop out, like to remove the part you don't want. All right, okay, now we move to the next, which is to enhance. Now this one, you have to make your face look more pretty, like get a clearer picture. Okay, but this one usually is not free. You have to subscribe. This one requires you subscribing. Okay, so you have the chance of 3 free trials. All right, but it is, like I said, when you see this king cap, this kingship cap that is up here, it means it is premium. Okay, it is pro. Now we go to stabilizer. Now when we talk about stabilizer, I'm going to be working on so that you see everything. Now you have the standard, you have most stable. Now look at what stabilizer does. You have this one. When it comes to 100, you see I am stable, I am one place, I am not moving, I am just right there. Okay, so we have the low stabilizer, we probably have the standard. Now see standard, I am just that very spot, not moving, I am just right there. Okay, let's try the most suitable. Now this one, watch me. Can you see the way I'm just right there? Are you seeing that? I'm just right there. That is what stabilizer does. Okay, very well. Let's see the cutout. Now this one is for you actually adding extra. Maybe you add a background and you want to remove this one. When you add the background, you click on cutout, it will remove. Okay, can you see what I'm trying to say? You can use this to remove background and replace it with another one. That's what background does. Then we have the chroma key. Let's see. Can you see what it does? Do you see? Can you see what chroma key does? Okay, so you can actually remove the background of your video and replace it with another one with Inshot. As simple as ABCD. It will not take you much time to do that. Cutout actually is a kind of background removal thing, or maybe you want to blur your video, you equally use cutout. Okay, we still get to that, but right now we are trying to see the basic you need for editing your video. Now max, let's see the max. When you talk about max works this way. It divides, like you have to have two videos put together. For instance, I have this video and I want to have two videos. Okay, I'll go on and pipe in another video. Okay, see what piping does. Adding another video. So I add another video. So you can see that I have two videos here and now. I can come right here to fit the screen so that both of them will lap each other very well. Okay, they are now both the same thing, but this one did not lap well because this one and that one, their ratios are not the same. This one is 1.1 ratio, the other one is 16.9 ratio, so it won't lap very well. But just for this tutorial sake, just focus on what I'm doing. So I'm now going to mask it. So now let's see how it will be. So I'm going to go to the mask. Okay, so this is what mask does. Let me choose this particular one. Can you see that you hold it and twist it like this? Okay, the two videos can now work and play separately. I don't know if you see things like that. Now because these two videos are not well arranged, you may not really notice that. Anyway, that is not what we're talking about on today's video. I'm gonna have a separate video if you guys request for it. You know those cloning effects where you have to be two talking to yourself. It is called cloning effect. So if you want it, leave that comment for me in the comment section, and I'm gonna show you how you can actually do a clone process. Okay, now we go to opacity. This one is about clarity. Okay, it's usually at 100. It makes your video clear. Okay, now replace. If there's anyone you want to replace, you can come here and replace it. Okay, I'm replacing this with this. All right, so that's replace. They have voice effect. Now this voice effect right here, now I'm having just only picture here because I replaced. Let me go back to what it was. I click on this arrow to go back to my video. I don't know if you understand me. So I'm clicking it till I get to my normal video I was working with. Okay, so we are here now. I'm stopping stabilizer as well. Okay, so I have my normal video now. All right, so we move on. Now you have this voice effect. If you want just to talk like anything you want to talk like, we have different voice effects. So you keep clicking, you click on anyone to see which you will love for your video. Okay, that's what voice effect does. You can use the voice effect to actually make your voice funny. Okay, now we'll go to duplicate. What we talk about duplicate is when you have to duplicate a particular video. Like for instance, this video, you duplicate it, it now appears twice. You duplicate it again, it appears 3 times. Okay, that is a kind of making one video multiple times. Okay, that is just what duplicate is. Okay, now you can rotate. Okay, you can rotate it this way. Are you seeing what rotating does? and you can flip as well. You see flip? Okay, so these are what rotating does. Now we have freeze, we still have reverse and ease. Okay, this is freeze. When you freeze it, it stops there, it doesn't move. I unfreeze it, it starts moving again. Okay, now the reverse, we'll talk about this reverse. I don't want this to actually occur. Okay, now the ease, I think that's the last one. So these are the things you need basically to edit your video. Basically you need mostly 3 to 4 things here, which are the split. The split is what you use to divide the video, like separate the nonsense from the sensible ones. Okay, like when you make mistakes, you split to split out, then delete it. That's how we kind of do it. I showed you. Assuming this place I made mistake here, I click on split. You can see the video is now like this. So the one that is to be deleted, you tap on it, you can see the way it is now. It is covered. You click on delete and it is gone. That is how you keep deleting, removing anything you don't want. Okay, then another important thing you need here is the pipe on. If you want to kind of add maybe a picture, another video, or whatever you want to pipe on, you can do that too. Another important thing is the effect. Okay, the effect as well as the text. Now when we come to effect, you can as well be putting all this effect. It kind of makes your video focused. Okay, a lot of people like to use the effects and animations for their videos. Okay, so this is what you actually need as a beginner to start editing your videos. So I just went through all the tools Inshot has and what they do. So try filming a video and try editing it to see if actually you learned this process. Okay,
today is just the 4th day in the 30 days, so we still have a long way to go. So you can actually join us simply by subscribing, and when you do, turn the notification bell on, because that's going to give you a quick notification whenever I post a new video. Keep staying safe. See you soon in our next video, and bye for now.